Good afternoon and welcome to Conservation Conversations with Anne Marie Sorrell. I am the supervisor for Palm Beach Soil and Water Conservation District Seat 2. And what's the purpose of Conservation Conversations? Well, we are here to inform you about what is happening in and around our community as it relates to various conservation matters and initiatives, and to just make sure that you're plugged in and informed. And today I am joined by a very special guest, Ms. Lisa Toy, who is the Sustainability Coordinator for the School District of Palm Beach County. Welcome, Lisa.
Hi, Anne-Marie. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being here. For those who may not know you, I'm just going to share a little bit about your background, but of course, I want to hear about your journey in your words after I share the formal background. So Lisa earned a master's in environmental science from American University in Washington, D.C., and received a scholarship to study abroad at the United Nations mandated University for Peace in Costa Rica, one of my favorite places, by the way. Lisa currently works in the district's Environmental and Conservation Services Department and oversees school sustainability programs while providing resources and support to schools who want to go green. She has been with the district since 2015. So, first of all, share your story. I definitely want to hear about your experience in the United Nations, in Costa Rica for the United Nations, and just your journey to sustainability and conservation.
Yeah, so I'm originally from Miami, born and raised, and I actually got my undergraduate degree in psychology and broadcast film, so something completely different from where I ended up. And with my first job out of school, I ended up saving up a month's worth of vacation days, and I used it to go and volunteer in the Tortuguero rainforest in Costa Rica to work with sea turtles. And that's really where my passion for environmental protection began. And so after that is when I decided I wanted, for some crazy reason, to go back to school. And that's when I got my master's in environmental science, and I ended up getting to go back to Costa Rica to study, which just kind of all felt like it was coming full circle, and it just inspired me to keep going in the environmental field.
Wow, I love that. And the sea turtles journey, I'm sure that had to be very rewarding. Actually, when I was in Costa Rica a few years back, got a chance to see turtles actually hatching and making their way to the ocean. And it was just so remarkable. But at the same time, on the same beach, we also saw where some of the turtle eggs were eaten by dogs and other animals that, kind of roam the beach at night. And so some of them didn't even have a chance because they were like dug up and eaten, which was just like super sad.
Yes. Yeah, that's part of what the work that the marine biologists did when I was in Costa Rica. They worked to educate the community and talk with the community members about the nests, and we would patrol all night long just under the moonlight. You couldn't see anything. It was so dark out, but all we did was just kind of walk up and down the beach the entire night, and it was beautiful, crazy, and awesome.
No, it was. I can attest to that. I was so happy I got to experience that while I was there. So let's talk about because I don't even know how many people know that there's like a sustainability and recycling program at the School District of Palm Beach County. So can you enlighten us on what it is, what your role is, what you all do, what are some of the initiatives that you have?
Yeah, definitely. So the school district, we have quite a green history. And actually in 2009 is when we first adopted our first green policy. And since then, we've integrated green practices into, I think, 6 additional policies since then. So from purchasing to recycling and also wellness promotion. We have about 14 LEED certified schools, and we are currently building to Green Globe standards right now. We're also a U.S. Department of Education Green Ribbon District, which is exciting. And we're also a Florida Gold Green District as well. And then where I work in the Environmental and Conservation Services Department. And ECS for short. And we have an amazing, hardworking team who is responsible for compliance with environmental regulations and supporting schools with indoor air quality, hazardous waste management, as well as natural areas, protected species, which we do have on district property sometimes, and of course our school sustainability program as well.
Wow, that's a lot. And I say that because I think a lot of times we don't even think about the schools being built as LEED certified schools. And then I know that, through the penny tax, there's like a lot of schools that are either being renovated or there are new schools being built. And so for just starting with that alone, is that a standard moving forward where all schools need to be constructed as LEED certified?
So we're no longer doing LEED certified, we're doing green globes at the moment. But that is something that is worked into one of our policies for green building construction at the moment. Yeah.
What's the difference between Green Globe and LEED certified?
It's a good question. So they're just different building standards, different ways of building to green building.
Okay, no, that makes sense. So is the Green Globe more of a more updated, modern? Because I know LEED certification has been around for a while. So is that more of a more modernized approach to sustainability?
I wouldn't say that it's a more modern approach. It's just a different standard of building.
Okay, that makes sense. Now, the recycling programs, like how, or before we even talk about the recycling programs, how are students specifically engaged in conservation and sustainability initiatives throughout the school district?
Yeah, so every day is different here at the school district, which is what makes it so exciting. And our student involvement and the programs that we have here vary from year to year, depending on what the needs are. So I'm just always completely blown away by our student involvement in our sustainability and also our amazing teachers. And we couldn't do what we do without them. So the students are involved in recycling clubs, environmental clubs, green teams, and many times students will even reach out to me with ideas that they'd like to implement at their own school. And we've even had some of our students who created their own environmental nonprofit. Shout out to Surface 71, which is really cool to see what the students accomplish all on their own. And then our teachers, they're always ready to participate in pilot programs to teach sustainability concepts. We have lots of partnerships with community organizations who want to implement new programs, and our teachers are always ready to work on them.
I love that. And do the students get involved at all, like K through 12, or is it like at a certain grade level in the school system that students start to get involved in conservation initiatives?
Yeah, it's from elementary school all the way through high school. I would say especially that elementary schools are very involved in recycling. It's something active that they can do and participate in hands-on at the school. So definitely something that even the younger students are involved in.
That's pretty cool. I think that's so important that children really start to learn about the environment and our planet and how they fit into it and how the things they do on a daily basis, even just with the things they do in school, impact, the planet.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, so that's really cool. Now, what about parents? Like, I know the students are involved. Is there like a parental initiative to get more parents engaged in the work that you are doing?
So I would say that I've worked with PTA members a lot at schools, and if you are a parent or a community member, I would say if you want to get involved to reach out. most of our schools have a green champion, which is a staff member that is committed to leading the school's environmental programs and efforts. So I'm always happy to connect parents or community members with the green champion at the school that they're interested in working with. So yeah, I'm always available to talk if there's a new program out there that we could possibly pilot at our schools.
I like that, green champions. Did you come up with that, Lisa?
I came up with the name for our program, but it is definitely a name that is used across the nation. Other districts have green champions as well.
Okay, that's pretty cool. So any upcoming events, or I mean, I know like we were in this pandemic, so it's probably been, and I do want to ask you, how has the pandemic, impacted your various efforts that you have, if at all?
Yeah, so it definitely did impact things, especially when the schools, when we went all virtual, was kind of like all the other departments, I think, in our district, trying to figure out a way to continue to support our schools and our teachers and our students. And so one of the things that we did during that time was to do a green webinar series for teachers. So we featured different expert speakers for a week-long professional development series that teachers could also get in-service learning points for if they needed the credit for it. So that was one of the things we did in trying to switch to supporting teachers virtually. Google Classrooms has also been something really big that the teachers are doing. So we kind of jumped in on that as well and created an environmental Google Classroom just full of all of the different virtual resources that were coming out across our state and also just across the country. It was just a way to organize all those resources for the teachers because there were just so many awesome ways that other people were also supporting schools during that time.
Now, you have a pretty awesome career in the environmental space. And I know we are teaching students particularly about, just the responsibility, environmental responsibility. But do you also dive into like maybe career paths in the environment?
Ooh, I am really glad you asked me that because it kind of leads me into one of the things that we're currently working on right now. So I'm working on programming right now to support a traveling museum exhibit from the Smithsonian Institution, and it's called Waterways, all about water. Super cool exhibit. We're actually partnering. First we received a grant from Florida Humanities to actually be able to host the exhibit. And we are lucky enough to be partnering with Dolly Hand Cultural Arts Center, which is in Belle Glade. It's part of the Palm Beach State College branch out in Belle Glade. And so we're having public programming and we're also having student programming to support that exhibit. It's also going to be free to attend. And one of the programming ideas is to do a career panel all about different jobs it having to do with water. So I was, not to put you on the spot, but I was like, oh my goodness, this is perfect. I was thinking I could ask you to be a speaker at the career panel. No pressure. We can talk about it later.
Consider it done, and it's in my home area.
Awesome. Oh, awesome. So yeah, so we're definitely, looking for ways to show students the different jobs that are out there in the environmental field.
I think that's awesome. And if you need some additional panelists, let me know because, just even through my business, Mosaic, we work on other types of environmental and infrastructure projects, water projects and things like that. So I can definitely tap into some engineers and others that may be able to assist you. I think that's so important because we not only need to educate our students on why it's important to have various sustainability and conservation initiatives, but also that there are careers, particularly from a STEM standpoint, in the environment. And so being able to expose them to those opportunities is pretty neat. So I'm glad that you're doing that.
Definitely.
And I can't wait to see this exhibit. So do you have like a timeline of when the exhibit's going to be there?
Yes, it will be at Dolly Hand from January 8th or 10th. We haven't really picked the exact opening date yet, but 2022, and it'll be here through the end of February 2022.
Awesome. Well, please be sure to share that information with me as soon as you get it, because I do a newsletter and I would love to be able to put that in our newsletter, as well as put that on my social media channels. And then, of course, if we need to bring you back to kind of talk about the exhibit, or maybe I can come out and do some type of live stream with you there, that would be great as well. Would love to do that.
Awesome. That sounds awesome. Yes.
Cool. Well, is there anything else you would like to share, or anything else that's upcoming that you think the community or students or even our business community can benefit from or assist you with?
I mean, I would say just keep getting involved. I love hearing from, like I said, our students and our parents and the community members. So if you do have ideas or ways that you want to go green, just reach out.
And how does one reach you, Lisa?
My email address. Do you want me to just say my email address? Or
yeah, you can say it and we'll type it in the comments as well, if that's so, if you want it to be public in the comments.
Public, totally. It's okay. lisa.toy@palmbeachschools.org.
Okay, so lisa.toy@palmbeachschools.org. So we'll put that in the comments. So if anyone wants to collaborate with Lisa on any of the various initiatives that Palm Beach County School District is doing, please reach out to Lisa. As you can see, she is a wealth of knowledge and a great resource for our community. And make sure you look out for the exhibit, the Smithsonian exhibit. Waterways is what it's called?
Waterways.
Waterways. I can't wait.
It's really cool.
Well, I think that's a big deal for Palm Beach County to be getting such a national exhibit to come here. So I'm excited, and congratulations for securing that.
Thank you. Yeah, it's actually traveling around to, I think it's 7 different cities in the state of Florida. So it's pretty exciting to be part of the tour.
Awesome. So, Lisa, is there any other closing thoughts? Or I always like to say, for our guests, if you have a golden nugget that you'd like to share, especially around conservation in our environment, is there anything you'd like to share?
A golden nugget. Oh my. I don't know. I would just say, I am not good with being put on the spot.
Oh, sorry.
No, I mean, I would say again, I'm just thinking of our students and how they could potentially grow their careers in the environmental field. And, from where I started with a completely different degree to where I am now, it's never a straight shot from point A to point B. So just enjoy the journey, enjoy the experience, and just let nature inspire you, I guess.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Lisa. Just one quick announcement for anyone who is interested in attending our Palm Beach Soil and Water Conservation District meetings. We will not be having a meeting for October, but we will resume in November. And our next meeting is November 18th at 1:30 p.m. You can join in person at the Cooperative Extension Exhibit Hall, which is at 559 North Military Trail, West Palm Beach, which is at Mounts Botanical Gardens. So please feel free to join us in person, or you can also join via Zoom, and you can register to get the Zoom link. We also have the meeting schedule on our website, so you can visit pbswcd.org, to learn more about Palm Beach Soil and Water Conservation District, but also if you want to attend the meetings, you can learn more about the meetings as well. And I just put that in the comments. So I look forward to anyone who wants to get involved. If you have questions about what we do at Palm Beach Soil and Water Conservation District, please feel free to reach out. And if you'd like to be featured on Conservation Conversations, please also reach out to me. Thank you again, Lisa, and have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you. And you as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And everyone, please remember to share this video and subscribe to the YouTube channel, because there's always information that we're sharing to help our community. And make sure you check out sorrelsoilandwater.com for more information and updates on what we're doing in our community. So thank you all, and thank you again, Lisa.
Thank you, and so nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.